Good day and welcome to this presentation I believe will change your life for the better. My name is Otto van Tonder and I'm the team leader of Team Otto the Fat Man. I will do the presentation showing you how this program can change your life for the better to become financially independent. Now, first off, you are maybe here because somebody sent you this video or you responded to a post on Facebook. Now, maybe this is not going to be a short presentation. It's going to be a lengthy presentation. But the reason why it is that we want to give you a full picture of this program and how this program can help you to become financially independent. Surely spending what amount of time ever it needs to watch this video to better your life is insignificant. It's a few minutes of your time and a bit of data, and that's all for you to gain the knowledge to make an informed decision whether this program will be for you. So you might ask, your first question is now, what is this program about? So let us find out and watch the following video. Now, already I think there's a few of you watching this video who think, no, I don't have $100. I've got no income. I'm barely making a living. Just hang in there. At the end of this video, I will tell you how you can get $100 together to join this. So don't let that be a stumbling block in changing your life. Now, after watching this presentation, you might want more information, or you like what you see and want to join to get started as soon as possible. So go back to the person who has sent you this presentation. Now, I'm sure after watching the video, you might be skeptical that this is really working and not just another scam. Therefore, I want to introduce you to somebody for whom the program is working, and meet Chris Hartung, one of our leaders and also one of the first people to join the program. There's Chris Hartung. I just want to quickly play a short video of him talking about Kindred Hearts.
I just want to tell a very quick story about the difference that Kindred Hearts is making to people in South Africa. About a month ago, we're looking at April 2021, a friend of mine was retrenched, as many people are getting retrenched in South Africa. Well, never mind South Africa, but worldwide, because of the COVID pandemic that has made such a negative impact in this world. And people are desperate at the moment. People are losing their jobs. People are losing their homes. People are becoming destitute. And a month ago, a friend of mine sent me a message saying that he's at the end, and he took a picture of a rope telling me that he's going to end his life. I intervened and I said to him, you know what, don't do it. Don't do it. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope. Please have a look at Kindred Hearts and have a look and see how Kindred Hearts can save your life and can save your family and put food on the table and help you pay your bills. And because of Kindred Hearts, I was able to make a difference in a person's life, to make him not end his life. That's what Kindred Hearts is doing for people right now. The amount of people that send messages on the groups saying that because of Kindred Hearts, they're able to pay their rent, they're able to put food on the table, they're able to live because of Kindred Hearts. That's what this amazing movement, this gifting economy is doing, changing people's lives in this world. I just wanted to share that.
All right, so that is Chris. I just want to say again, ignore the numbers at the bottom. Go back to the person who sent you this video. It will just be fair on them as well. I'm now going to show you a video, a more comprehensive video explaining, first of all, Chris talking about how he joined and when he joined, and then exactly how the program works and how it can benefit you financially. So let's look at that video now.
Hope you're keeping well. It was really awesome seeing you the other day after all these years. Wow, just over 20 years we haven't seen each other. It was so great to see you again. You're looking good, my friend. You're looking good. Yeah, just very quickly, what we were talking about is Kindred Hearts, the gifting economy that I've been involved with since, as I mentioned, the 24th of January. And I'm absolutely blown away. I've never seen anything so exciting in a long time. And as you know, I've been in the industry, in the network marketing industry, in and out for over 20 years. And gifting economy has never crossed my path before. And in mid-January, when I took a look at it, I was initially very skeptical because I'd never been exposed to a gifting economy before. And, there were three things that caught my attention. The first thing is your low entry point. That is only $100 to get started into the circular gifting economy. And wherever you are in the world, $100 is not a lot of money. That was point number one. Point number two, Kindred Hearts have been around since 2009. So they've been around for 12 years, which made me feel very, very secure and confident. And then point number three is that you're not putting any money into a company, an institution, a broker, or a trader's account where they can take your money and run away. This is purely peer-to-peer, person-to-person gifting, which is something that, like I say, really got my attention. And it's really going back to basics of trusting one another as human beings. And so as I mentioned to you, it was mid-January, it crossed my path. On the 24th of January, I took the leap of faith and made the decision. And I gifted my $100 into the gifting community called Kindred Hearts. And within 7 or 8 days, I decided to register my wife's position. And in that time, I'd already started receiving gifts. And up until now, between my wife and I, we've already received, in the form of gifts, over $10,000 US. And all it cost us, out of our own pocket, was $100 for my account, $100 for her account, and we've made already over $10,000 US. So I am beyond impressed. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And there's an amazing system and an algorithm which runs this whole system for us. And the simplicity of the system is all you have to ever only do is get two people into the system who are going to do the same. Hope you have a good evening. Chat soon. Goodbye.
Who or what is Kindred Hearts? Kindred Hearts is a prosperity game, uplifting communities and yourself, creating wealth together. Kindred Hearts is a group of like-minded and like-hearted people working together as a community. It is by the people, for the people. Kindred Hearts was founded in 2009 and has blessed over 170,000 people globally. Kindred Hearts has been blessing people for 12 years. Sacred economics. What is sacred economics? We are moving away from the old structures that no longer serve us and are moving to a new mindset of community and unity. We are moving from consumption to contribution, transaction to trust, scarcity to abundance, and isolation to community. Join the shift and make way for the new. Sacred economics, a system that is 100% legal and has been in existence off the mainstream system for many, many years. It is a self-perpetual gifting economy. Money is energy. It is meant to flow perpetually. What does perpetual mean? Perpetual means never ending or changing, endless, permanent. It means occurring repeatedly, uninterrupted, ceaseless. It means over and over and over again. Join our sacred gifting economy by gifting $100 into a circular gifting system. It is the principle of sowing and reaping. You need to give in order to receive. Kindred Hearts is a peer-to-peer direct gifting system. There is no company, institution, broker, or trader that you're putting your money into. This is purely peer-to-peer, person-to-person gifting. Enter the system with $100 once off. The gift is equal for everyone. This is the one and only time you will ever take money out of your own pocket. Kindred Hearts is a private group. It is an automated system. It is a gifting activity, and it is a huge blessing. There are 4 boards that you will journey through this gifting economy, through this gifting game. Here is board number 1. You enter with $100. Look at it as a university. You start off as a freshman. You then move to sophomore, then to junior, and then to senior. You exit the board with $800. You then move on to the second board. You enter this board with $400. You move from freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and you exit that board with $3,200. You then move to board number 3. You enter with $1,000. You go from freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and you exit with $8,000. And then you go to your 4th board. You enter with $2,000. You go from freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and you exit with $16,000. There are only 2 requirements. You enter with $100 once off, and you share this with 2 people only. Okay, let's start your journey. Follow the yellow block in the next few pages. The yellow block represents you on your journey. As I mentioned, you enter with $100. This is the only time you will ever take money out of your own pocket. You share Kindred Hearts with 2 people only, who in turn will do the same. There are 4 boards: the $100 board, the $400 board, the $1,000 board, and the $2,000 board. You will journey from freshman, sophomore, junior to senior on all 4 of the boards. On your journey through the boards, you will receive gifts along the way, totaling $21,100. Fasten your safety belt and enjoy the ride of your life. This is how it works. This is your first board that you enter. You enter as a freshman by gifting $100 to the senior of the board. This is the senior. As I mentioned, you share Kindred Hearts with 2 people that will do the same. They also gift the senior of that board. Then more freshmen come onto the board. There are 8 freshman positions available on the board. Once position number 5, 6, 7, and 8 fill up, the whole board moves up. You then move up to sophomore. Keep your eye on the yellow block. That is you. Once another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freshmen enter the $100 board, you then move up to the junior position. Then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freshmen come onto the board. You then move up to senior position. When you are at senior, every single time a freshman comes onto the board, you are personally going to receive, in the form of a gift, $100 every time a freshman comes on. Once all 8 freshmen come onto the board, you're going to receive a total of $800. Now, as I mentioned, there are 4 boards. So you've just come to the end of board number 1, your $100 board. So what you do is you hold back $400 for the next board. You also hold back $100 for the perpetual board. This is like your bonus board that you re-enter. I'll explain to you now how that works. So the gifts that you're going to put in your pocket is $300 once you get to the end of your first round of this $100 board. The moment you finish your first round of the $100 board, on the back office, another $100 perpetual board will come up. You gift $100, you perpetuate, it goes through the system. You go from freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Once you receive all 8 of your gifts, you receive $800. This time you keep $700 in your pocket. The moment you've gone through that board, another perpetual board comes up. You gift $100, it circulates again, you receive $800, you keep $700. As soon as that finishes, another $100 board comes up. You gift $100, you receive $800, you keep $700. And it keeps going over and over and over. Look at it as a Ferris wheel. You want to go on a ride on a Ferris wheel. You buy a ticket for $100. You go for your ride. The moment you exit, you've got $800 in your pocket. You can then, if you want to, go for another ride. You buy another ticket again for $100. And you go for your ride and you exit with $800. You could keep going on the ride over and over and over and over again to infinity. That's what perpetual means. Then what happens is, at the same time, you're going to now move on to your $400 board. The same thing that you did on the $100 board, you gift the senior $400 on that board. Then what happens is more freshmen come onto the $400 board. Now these freshmen are all coming from the $100 board. The moment there are 8 freshmen that come onto the board, you then move up to the sophomore position. Once you move up to sophomore position, more freshmen are going to come onto the board, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you have a look, pretend there is an invisible line straight down the middle. There are 2 hemispheres, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is your left hemisphere, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, that is the right hemisphere. And they can, once on the $400 board, you've got no control there anymore. The only control that you have is on the $100 board. And these boards, the 2 hemispheres can move at different times. So once 4 freshmen have come in on the left, you will move up to the junior position. Then once you've moved up to junior, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the other side, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once all the freshmen at $400 have come in, you then move up to senior. And once you are at senior position, every single time a freshman comes onto the board and gifts you $400, you as a senior will be receiving the $400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you've received all 8 gifts of $400, you're going to receive a total of $3,200. You hold back $1,000 for the next board, and then you also hold back $400 to go onto your perpetual $400 board. At the end of your first round, the gifts that you are going to receive in your pocket is $1,800. Then you move on to your $400 perpetual board. This is your re-entry bonus board, the same as previously on the $100 board. You gift $400, you go through the system, you receive $3,200, and this time you keep $2,800. The moment you've cycled and you've gone through that system, you then gift $400 again. You perpetuate, you receive $3,200, you keep $2,800, and it keeps going over and over and over again. Like I mentioned previously, it's like going for a ride on a Ferris wheel. It keeps going over and over and over to infinity. Then you're going to move on to the $1,000 board. Exactly the same. You're going to gift the senior on that board. Then more freshmen come onto the $1,000 board. These freshmen come up from the $400 board. Once there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freshmen that come onto this board, you then move up to the sophomore position. Then another 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep in mind, if 4 freshmen come in, you will independently move up to the next level. As I mentioned, there are the 2 hemispheres, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, which are independent of each other. So once the freshmen have come in, you then move up to the junior position. Then 4 more freshmen need to come in. That will pop you up to senior position. There we go. Here you are on senior position. Once you're at senior, every time a freshman comes onto the $1,000 board, you are going to be the one that's going to be receiving the gifts of $1,000 every single time a freshman comes onto the board. The total that you are going to receive is $8,000. As I mentioned, there are 4 boards, so you hold back the $2,000 for the last board. You also hold back $1,000 for your perpetual board. The gifts that you are going to put in your pocket on your first round is $5,000. On the $1,000 perpetual board, your re-entry bonus board, you are going to gift $1,000. You're going to perpetuate through the system. You're going to receive $8,000. This time on your perpetual board, you are going to keep in your pocket $7,000. Once you've gone through and cycled, another $1,000 board will come up. You gift the $1,000. You perpetuate. You receive $8,000. You keep $7,000. And again, $1,000 you gift. You perpetuate. You receive $8,000. You keep $7,000. And it keeps going over and over and over, like I mentioned, like a Ferris wheel, over and over and over until infinity. Then this is your last board on round one, that you now get onto the freshman board. You get onto the $2,000 board as a freshman. You gift the $2,000 to the senior, and as more freshmen come onto the board, on the $2,000 board, 1, 2, 3, 4, you will move up. But the other spots will also fill up, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then everybody moves up to the sophomore position. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freshmen come in, you move up to junior position. And then to move up to senior, once 1, 2, 3, 4 freshmen have come in, you on the left-hand side will automatically move up to the senior position. But another 5, 6, 7, 8 freshmen will come in on the other side, but they will be independent of each other. But once you get up to senior position, every time a freshman comes onto the $2,000 board, you will be receiving, in the form of a gift, $2,000 every single time a freshman comes onto the $2,000 board. The total gifts that you're going to receive is $16,000. You've now moved through round one of all 4 of the boards. But you hold back $2,000 for your perpetual board that keeps going over and over. But at the end of round one on the $2,000 board, the gifts that you're going to keep in your pocket is $14,000 US. For the 2,000 perpetual board, your re-entry bonus board, you're going to gift the senior of the board $2,000. You're going to perpetuate. You're going to cycle through the system. You're going to receive $16,000. This time you're going to keep $14,000 in your pocket in the form of gifts. Another board will come up. You gift the $2,000. You perpetuate through the system. You receive $16,000. You keep $14,000 in your pocket. Another $2,000 board comes up. You perpetuate. You receive $16,000. You keep $14,000. Once you're in the perpetual system, it is ongoing. Once you are in, you are in. As I mentioned, it's like the riding on the Ferris wheel, over and over and over again to infinity. The summary of round one of the boards. As I mentioned previously, you enter once off with only $100. On board number one, your $100 board, the gifts that you receive on round one is $300. Then, as I mentioned, you go to board number 2, which is your $400 board. On your first round, the gifts that you're going to receive is $1,800. On board number 3, the $1,000 board, the gifts that you will receive after round 1 is $5,000. And then on board number 4, your $2,000 board, the gifts that you're going to receive is $14,000, finishing on round 1. Then you exit with a total of $21,100. But you're still going to receive $24,500 every single time the perpetual boards cycle. The summary of the perpetual boards, these are the boards that keep going over and over and over. On the $100 board, every time you cycle through the board, you are going to receive $700 in your pocket every cycle to infinity. On the $400 board, every time it cycles, you're going to receive $2,800 in your pocket on every cycle to infinity. On the $1,000 board, every time it perpetuates, you're going to receive $7,000 in your pocket every cycle to infinity. And on the $2,000 board, every time it perpetuates, you're going to receive $14,000 in your pocket every cycle to infinity. So what will happen is once you've been through round one of the boards, you are going to be on all 4 of these boards simultaneously, keeping going over and over and over again. Okay, there are only 3 rules. Rule number 1, you must share this with 2 people who in turn will do the same and duplicate the message. Rule number 2, be selective, be strategic. No random filling of spots. Every person that joins and becomes a member of Kindred Hearts needs to do exactly the same as what you did. Gift $100 and introduce 2 people to the system. Number 3, this is not for everyone. This is for like-hearted and like-minded participants only. People that are going to contribute to this exciting gifting game. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. You're probably asking, what is the next step? Very quickly, step by step, how to join Kindred Hearts. Step number 1, go to Kindred Hearts website, kindredheartsteam.com. This is the landing page. Step 2, click on Join. Take note, you can join from anywhere in the world. It says US residents only, as USD is the universal currency being used. Step 3, at Inviter, type the person's username who invited you to join, and then complete the rest. At phone number, type 2 zeros followed by your country code, then drop the 0 for a mobile number, as the system does not take the plus sign when filling in the phone number. Also, when it comes to filling in your password, do not use any symbols at, hashtag, dollar, percentage sign, exclamation mark. Use letters and numbers only, alphanumeric. Also, keep the password less than 14 characters. Once you've filled this out, you just simply click Join. Note, keep your username and password in a safe place. Write it down somewhere. Step 5. Log in using the username and password you have created. Step 6. Go to Board Placement. Once you click on Board Placement, a block is going to come up where it says the $100 board on the left, and then in that red circle, it says click here for board placement. Click that. Once you've clicked that, it's going to place you onto a board. Step number 7, go to Member Center. Take note, only click board placement when initially getting onto your first board. Step number 8, after you pressed Member Center, a grey block is going to come up. This is going to be the senior that you have to gift the $100 onto the board that you just entered onto. As you will see over here, it says the board number. It says for position freshman number 5. It gives you the person's name, their username, their phone number, and their email address. What you then do is you contact the senior of this board immediately via SMS, WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, or email. Then you send in the following message. You say, hello, the person's name. My name is, and you put your username. I'm a freshman on board number, you put the board number, and would like to gift you $100. Can I gift you via bank transfer, PayPal, or Bitcoin? What do you prefer? Once you've agreed on a preferred method of payment for the gift, you send in the proof of payment. Put gift and your username as a reference. The senior must then confirm your payment. Note, as I mentioned previously, there is no company or institution that gets paid. This is purely a person-to-person gifting system. Step 9. Then what you do is you view your board. View your board every morning and every evening. You click on Board's Member Center. At Member Center, this is where you click on your board number to view your board. This is an example of what a board looks like. As I mentioned in the previous slides, there are the 8 freshman position, there are the 4 sophomore position, and the 2 junior positions, and then the senior. They are color-coded. The moment you come onto your first board, you are going to come in as red. The moment you have gifted the senior the board and they accept you onto the board, you then move to black. This is what black is over here. That means that you are now in the system, but you have not invited anybody yet into Kindred Hearts. The moment you've invited your first person to join, you move from black to green. And once you've introduced your second person to Kindred Hearts, you then go blue. Once you are blue, you never change color again. You always stay blue, and that's throughout the rest of the journey on the rest of the boards. Please note, do not press board placement to view your board. From Member Center, you click the $100 board as per above. Step number 10, this is when you are at the senior position. The moment a person contacts you and says that they want to gift you, you then press the confirm button over here, and then you accept them onto the board. Step number 11, if a senior position, the person has not gifted you within 48 hours, all you simply do is then press remove. the person can rejoin at any given time in the same position. And lastly, step number 12. Once you've received all 8 gifts as the senior, only then do you press board placement and the $400 board comes up, you press board placement. Then you move on to the $400 board. Take note, if you press $400 board by accident, let the senior know and then they can remove you until you're ready to move up. And in closing, you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want, by Zig Ziglar. Thank you for taking the time and watching this Kindred Hearts presentation.
Now, just want to reiterate again, please, after you watch this video and you want to join, let us rather help you join. I know on the video they said you can join, but contact the person that you are working with and let them ask you, let them assist you to join. Now, as always, there will be people who want to see proof of income. And we are glad that we can show you how Chris received his income. Let us take a look at the PDF that shows how he received these gift payments one by one. And surely after this will prove to you that the program works. And, as I just want to say that, obviously, you might think those figures are a bit exaggerated or it's not happening. It is happening. I'm going to show you right now how it is happening. Now, this is the journey of Chris. With this journey, is up to he is then finalizing his $1,000 boards and moving on to the $2,000 boards. So let us look quickly here. Chris Harton's journey with Kindred Hearts started on the 24th of January by gifting his senior with $100. It then took Chris just 3 short days to reach senior position, meaning that he was gifted his first $100 on the 27th of January. Chris has received all $100 gifts by the 28th of January. Here's his first $100 paid 27. Then also the second $100 paid 27. Here you can see he received 4 payments on the 27th and the 7th and 8th will paid on the 28th of January. And here you can see, here's the proof of the payments that he has received. There we see 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th. That might be people who took 2 places on the board. As I said, you can take more than 1 place, and that will definitely benefit you. If you can afford it. My suggestion is to start with 2 places on a board so that you can, start building up and not cycle once, but twice. So earning double income. Then Chris Harton's journey with the Kindred Hearts. Chris continued his journey onto the $400 board, made senior, and just short of 1 month later, was gifted his first $400 on the 27th of February. Chris has received all 8 400 gifts by the 2nd of March. Again, first paid 27 February, second 400 paid 27 February, third 400 paid 28 February, fourth 400 paid 28 February, fifth 400 paid 6 and 7 and 8 by the 2nd of March. Again, here you can see the deposits of 6,000 Rand each, because at that stage, the dollar exchange rate was 15 to 1. It has now went down to under $14 to a Rand. Or a Rand is worth $14 to a Rand. Chris continued his journey onto the $1,000 board, made senior, and again, just over 1 month later, was gifted his first 400, his first on the 28th of April. Chris has received all 8,000 gifts by the 3rd of May. The first was paid on the 28th, second and third was paid on the 20th. And you can see that the amounts there is 50,000, 15,000, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th 15,000 Rand at a time. Wouldn't it be lovely if you can sit in your house and you get this SMS saying somebody just paid you 15,000 Rand, or let's say 14,000 Rand on today's exchange? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Imagine what it can do for your life. It is unreal to think that. Then Chris' journey with Kindred Hearts, it says here, Chris continued his journey onto the 2000 Rand board and is currently in sophomore position after just 1 week. His perceptual boards are doing well and he's continued to bless and be blessed. Now, and that happened around about the 3rd of May, that he went onto his 2000 Rand board. So I just want to quickly close here. Now, I just want to go back to my presentation. Now, since then, on the 6th of June, which is just over a month later, Chris left this message on our Telegram group. You can see there's the date and the time, 20:08. 20 minutes ago, I just received my final gift on a $2,000 board. That means 8 people has gifted him, let's say 28,000 Rand. As you all know, I joined Kindred Hearts on the 24th of January this year. So it has taken just over 4 months to complete all 4 boards. And I've received the 21,100 along the way on the first round. This is without adding the 7,000 plus I have also received on the perpetual boards. I'm living proof this works. I would just like to thank each and every person on this group for believing in me and trusting me to guide us on this exciting journey. This is just the beginning. Now, the significance of this is that he has received 8 times 2,000 from 13th May to 6th, actually the 3rd of May, not the 13th of May, from the 3rd of May, 16th June 2021. That is at the conversion rate of 14 to 1 to the dollar, and income of $16,000, which is 224,000 Rand. Now, please show me if you have earned 224,000 in a month and 3 days, and I'll join your company, no problem. Then you add his 180,000 that he already earned according to the PDF that we saw. So then that total is 404,000 from the 24th of January. So now if you want to work on that, you take the 404, you divide it by 4, that gives him a monthly income of 101,000 Rand average per month. You cannot work for that salary. To have the skills to work for 101,000 Rand a month, you need degrees, science degrees. Some highly qualified, and here he has done it without a degree or anything, earning an average of 101,000 Rand a month. And also on the perceptual boards, he has collected 7,000 plus so far, giving him an income of 500,000 per month. So if you actually then add that also, and you divide that by 4, that is actually 125,000 Rand income a month. Imagine what you can do with 125,000 Rand average a month income. And now just note, Chris is not alone. There are several members who have collected their 8 times payments. Here is just the example that I used, proving that the program worked. Plus, they are also collecting on their perpetual boards, which keep on collecting into infinity. And the most important part is they all started with an initial once-off amount of $100, currently less than 1,400 Rand. Would that have made a difference to your world, that income of 500,000 in 4 months? But the biggest advantage for me of this system is you're not limited to just one board. As I said before, you can join 2 or 3 boards. I have members who bought 3 boards. I am currently on 5 boards, meaning I have a chance to collect 21,000 times 5, giving me a potential income of 1.74. And that it excludes my income from the perpetual boards, which will also be significant as I'm getting perpetual income on 5 boards. I'm confident I will reach it before the end of the year, sooner than later. As leader of my team, Otto the Fat Man, yes, you can have a laugh. It's just my brand and it just sounds okay. It sounds funny. I am funny. I have introduced a recruiting program to get prospects to join, to assist persons who have joined with new prospects in order to grow the program. Once you join, you will become part of the lead generation program. As you would have noticed, it took Chris 4 months, sorry, not 6 months, 4 months to move through all the boards. We are planning with this lead generation program that we will be able to get a person to go through all 4 boards within 6 to 8 weeks. We are confident that we will succeed with that goal. The significance is that should we succeed, we will cycle 3 times through all the boards by end of December, bringing you a cool 1.9 million rand in your pocket. Well, that is, apologize, that must be 1.9 million in your pocket. And that will only be from 1 board. Imagine what would happen if you have more than 1 board. This is how we got to that figure. You remember on the summary, it says there, you earn 21,100 and 24,500 for 1 cycle, okay? On your May board, you earn 21,200 and your perceptual board, $24,500. That gives you a total of $45,700 times 3 is $137 times 14, it's 1.9 million rand. I know that some of you don't have money, but isn't it worth the effort to do whatever it takes to get the $100 to start with? Think what you can do with this money. Start living again, be able to buy the necessities of life, buy a house for cash, buy a car for cash, pay off your debt, get arrears, for example, school fees or municipality or whatever that you are in arrears for, get it up to date. As a student, pay for your studies and living expenses, become an entrepreneur, start a new business, fund your existing business that were affected negatively by COVID. If you're in a tour and accommodation industry, it can help you survive till everything is back to normal, if they are going to go back to normal. The list is endless what this gifting program can do for you. If you are in a position that you really can't scrape the money together to be part of this program and are ready to do whatever it takes to join this program, I have a business idea you can start with to obtain the $100. And there's no startup capital needed, only time and effort. I've made a short video. WhatsApp me on 061-231-0193 and request the video, and I'll send it to you via WhatsApp. Then I just want to say to you, thank you for watching this presentation, and we are looking forward to get your feedback from the Otto the Fat Man team. And then please go back to the team member who sent you the videos. She will assist you in answering any questions or assist you to join, should you wish to join the team. Now, in my conclusion, I just want to share with you 2 more short videos. These videos motivate me. And if I'm having a bad day or things is not going the way that I wanted to go, then I watch these two videos, and it motivates me to get up again and start working on this program, because I know at the end of the day, it's going to benefit me, it's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit a lot of people. And that is what it's about, by giving people, receiving, and just make the world a better place. I thank you for watching this video. After the videos, I will then just stop this presentation. And I really hope that you will respond to this, and we will see you to also help you to become financially independent.
To accept that all your excuses are lies. You don't have time. You have to accept that all your excuses are lies. You don't have time. That's a lie. You don't have support. That's a lie. You don't have the equipment or the gear. Lies. You don't know the best way. Who cares? That's a lie. Or you're too old or you're too young. Of course you're too old or too young. Lie. And there's you're too busy. Sure you are. That's a lie. And you're too tired or you're too sore or you're just plain not feeling it. Lies, lies, lies. And the list goes on and on and on. And it doesn't stop if you don't make it stop. So recognize the excuses are not valid. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. The truth will set you free. So don't believe the lies, believe the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done. So cast out the lies, burn them down, and go out and get it done.
I didn't tell you it would be easy. If you can endure the pain of this moment, if you can stand up in the stirrups and say, I've come too far to turn around. It hurts like nothing I ever felt before. But I gotta endure this pain to get this promise. The promise is in your pain. The promise is in your discomfort. To strengthen yourself and push. Tell them you're almost there.
Winter comes after fall. Night comes after day. Difficulty follows opportunity. Recession always comes after expansion. It's been the rhythm of life for the last 6,000 years of recorded history. Winters are going to come. The winter of sickness, the winter of disappointment, the winter of devastation, social winters, economic winters, personal winters when your heart is smashed in 1,000 pieces and the nights are unusually long. It's simply called wintertime. But the winters are inevitable. So it has been for the last 6,500 years recorded history. But here's what we do know. It's possible for us to get through the winter. Now, how do you handle the winters? Make this little note. You can get better, and you can get stronger, and you can get wiser. There's no winter that you can't overcome. There's no winter that you can't figure out how to survive. Sometimes the winter seems long. The night seems like it'll never pass, but sure enough, eventually, the night has to give way to the day. Winter has to give way to the spring. The difficult time has to give way to opportunity. The recession has to give way, finally, to the progression, to the expansion. Spring always comes. Just hang in there when the night is long. Hang in there when it's dark. Hang in there when you can't figure it out. And your spring will surely come. You're going to be able to handle whatever comes your way. I promise you that.
I fought good fight. You might not have seen it. You saw the glamour. You saw the healings. But let me show you what you didn't see. I fought to do that. I fought my way up. I fought to get up on my feet. I fought to stand. I fought to carry on. I fought to live. I fought with my fears, my doubts, my anxieties. Fought with haters, liars. I fought. I lost a lot of stuff. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of strength. I lost a lot of courage. I lost a lot of time. I lost a lot of money. But I kept down on my knees. I was still believing. Broke, I was believing. Lonely, I was believing. Betrayed, I was believing.